Hey there, Foxy Gamers, and welcome back to another Stardew Valley min-max run. Today we have strawberries! Hooray! So excited! And I realize I misspoke the other episode with my whole not having to water again. Obviously, I'm going to have to water today, but I'm also going to have to water tomorrow, even if I get the sprinklers. I may or may not have mentioned that, I can't remember, but I did realize partway through that, like, oh shoot, that's right, I actually am going to have to water twice. So, oh well, at least we got our watering can upgrade, so it's not going to be quite as painful as it would have been without. One thing I did also realize is that I'm going to need to plant some more parsnips, because as of right now we only have 3 gold parsnips, and if I want to try and get the greenhouse for winter time, we are going to need 5 gold parsnips. So we have some days left to do that for sure. The 22nd, I was planning on planting some more kale, as we're going to have some of those sprout up tomorrow. And we can also pick up some parsnips. Now, technically, we have until the 24th to plant parsnips and still gather them before summer starts, but the 24th is a Wednesday, so we can't actually go to Pierre's on the 24th. At the very least, we'll have to buy our parsnip seeds by the 23rd, and then we can wait till the 24th to plant them if we so choose. Alright, we are all settled with watering our crops today and harvesting our strawberries. And indeed, we do have level 6 farming now, so we will be able to make our sprinklers tomorrow when we learn that recipe overnight. I have a lot of priorities I want to focus on in the following couple days, and it's going to be a little tricky to keep them straight. So I hope I can manage to do this okay. What I think I pointed out that I realized I'm a huge derp for and forgot to be doing is actually making tappers for our trees to put on our oak trees. And for some reason, it being one of the most important thoughts, it has skipped my mind. So we're a little bit behind on that, which is quite unfortunate, but what can you do? Also, let's see here. Rice shoot takes 8 days, grows faster if planted by water. We could hypothetically plant those. I'm not really sure I want to waste my time with that right now. Rice isn't exactly a profitable thing. It could give us some free farming points, but at this rate, it's not going to matter too much. So I'm going to keep them in my inventory and just not worry about those too much. And our mixed seeds, we're going to save those for summer, because if we plant them now, they could turn into things like cauliflower and basically go to waste because we don't have enough time left to grow the cauliflower. Alright, so my number 1 priority, I believe, is going to be getting our 24 sprinklers ready to go, or rather the mats for our 24 sprinklers. And then after that, I want to be able to make tappers, as many tappers as possible. We're probably going to have to do a lot of copper farming because, let's see, the tappers take 2 copper bars and 40 wood, and I'm already out of wood somehow. What did I make, guys? I forgot what I made. I know I bought like 400 wood. Where did it all go? What did I do with it? I don't remember. It wasn't even that long ago. I already forgot. Okay, so let's go pick up our axe over from Clint first. I really wish this acorn would start growing here so that it will block Pam from walking through there. Oh, let's go pick up this leek. And thanks to Bob, he pointed out that I was incorrect with the things that we forage in the mine. We do not actually get foraging skill from things like quartz and frozen tear. Just from the carrots and the mushrooms, I believe. So that is a little unfortunate. but we'll just have to make do. Hello, Clint. Thank you very much for the axe. I suppose I could have brought you another tool to upgrade, but actually, I'm not sure we could have. We need all of our other tools right now. So maybe that was a good choice. Alright, let's take inventory. I believe I set this up so that we have now 24 of each bar. Is that correct? Yes, it is! Fantastic! So, we can indeed spend most of our day farming copper and wood. I could go buy some wood from Robin, but as I do actually want some foraging skill, I may just go ahead and chop them down on our farm. Oh, look at that! We do have wood. Fantastic. Okay. That puts me at ease a little bit. Let's see here. So we want to... We'll just go ahead and leave that wood in there. We'll throw in this fire quartz, because we're definitely going to be wanting more sprinklers than 24 at some point. And throw our ore in there. We are certainly running the most low on copper. Oh, but we might as well throw some gold in there since we have these empty furnaces. Yeah, so I think the number one thing we're going to do today is farm some copper ore and then go back to our farm and chop down some trees. If we get all those sexy stumps in our farm, we'll not only get hardwood, but lots and lots of foraging skill from those. Now, if you've watched any of my guides in the past, you know the way I like to work with farming for specific ores is to go down to level 20 for copper, level 40 for iron, and then level 80 for gold. And obviously it's technically levels 21, 41, and 81, but you get the idea. It's a very easy way to get ores, and then if there's nothing there, you can just reset it. Go back up the elevator, reset it, and go back down. I will take a ladder down if there's one that shows up, but I'm not specifically looking for one. And then if there's nothing good in sight for me to farm on the level below where I found the ladder, then I'll just go back up to the top and reset the level. As it turns out, this time around, I was getting quite a few ladders on my first copper run that I just decided to take them down. There were mushrooms and copper ore and gems to sell and all that good stuff, so I just decided to explore a little bit before resetting. I do also every so often like to go after the bugs when I'm on these copper farming runs, as it's such an easy way to get my hands on bait for fishing. I know that bait isn't very expensive at all, but if anything, I find it worth it to make my own bait just so that I don't have to run to Willie's to buy the bait. Another thing that was pointed out to me by Bob, thank you Bob once again, I have not unlocked the bridge on the beach yet, which is, yeah, just something that completely slipped my mind with this run, as I haven't been going to the beach very often. So if I can manage to get over there with 300 wood, then we can build the bridge and also collect those forageables on the other side, which I should definitely be doing because those forageables are good gold as well, but then we can be collecting coral for when we start making our farm warp totems. So once I got a last little run of iron done, I decided that was a good time to go back to our farm and start trying to take care of placing down these tappers. The other thing that would be really great about having higher foraging is that I could get those the tree fertilizer to get the other oak trees growing on the outside of my farm, since they seem to go a little bit slower, but I don't know that we're gonna have that in time before we open up the bus stop and Pam will start removing our seeds. So we'll see how that goes. Not the best situation right now, but it's okay. We'll make do with it. There are other places that we can put our oak trees if we have to. It's just that I like that area because it's really accessible and just a nice long row that we can put trees in if need be. And you'll notice, like a huge derp, I left my axe in our chest in the mines. So I had to go back and get it. If any of you have watched my other series before, you'll be like, yep, that is so Foxy, because I do that all the freaking time. It is ridiculous. I really hate it too. It's such a huge waste of time. And I'm like, damn it, why do I keep doing that? Time and time again. I'm really sad that I don't have a glow ring yet. That would really help me with the nighttime things that I'm doing on my farm. Man, sometimes I just seem to be really lucky or really unlucky with getting the glow rings, but really lucky with other things. I'm not sure which is better, guys. So for now, we don't have enough trees to plant or to place our tappers in a nice little row. So I just kind of decided to go for the trees that were a little bit off the beaten path so that I didn't have to have them get in the way of my farming, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be chopping down these other trees that are outside of my plots here. I'm just waiting to do that until tomorrow, so that way if they do grow into a big tree, I can at least get some of the wood and XP from chopping them down. Now, I do know that you get the most XP from the first part of chopping the tree before it falls, and what you could do is just ignore the rest of it and leave the stump there, because chopping down the stump is the least inefficient, or is the least efficient part. But because I'm mostly chopping down trees that are near my farming plot, I decided to chop them all the way down. Also, the other thing about that is they will not grow back. So essentially they are taking up space on your farm where there could otherwise be a tree growing. Well, I was cutting it a little too close and I did not manage to sell everything I wanted to in the box today, but that's okay. Alright, level 6 farming! Hooray! Finally! And that was not enough to level me up in foraging. No surprise there, but hopefully we'll get that before too long. Having this axe upgrade is going to be a huge help in that regard. Alright, let's check the weather. What's it gonna be? Clear and sunny. Okay, at this point, I'm not terribly concerned if we don't have another rainy day. It would be nice, but it's not the end of the world. Oh no, you guys. This is not good. I thought our kale was going to be ready today. Did I miss a day of watering and not realize it? Oh boy, or didn't I plant on the 16th? I really don't know. I could have sworn I timed it so that our kale was going to be ready today, and that way we could replace all the kale spots with more kale. How did I... Oh, well, this is slightly tragic. Because now, if we want to buy more kale, which I'm probably going to do, we're going to have to add more tilled ground, which is really, really unfortunate. So I guess maybe I'll buy parsnips too and plant all the parsnips where the kale is right now, because today's the last day, I believe, that we can plant kale and still have it grow by the 28th. Guys, I don't know how I messed this up. Well, learn from my mistakes, I guess. Failed min-max run? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we can pull this together. I really don't know how that happened. Anyway, we shall move forward. We're not gonna stop now. I'm not gonna redo my saves. That is one of the rules I had for this run for myself. So I'm sure I can go back into my other videos and I'm sure I will see that either I didn't plant the kale by the 16th like I thought I did, or else I missed a day of watering and was just a big dum-dum and didn't realize it. I wonder if that's the case for our strawberries too, because I think our strawberries were supposed to grow by the 20th? How did I mess this up? The good news with the strawberries is that I didn't wait to the last minute to plant them, so we should still get 2 harvests from all the strawberries. But if I would have waited till the last minute to plant them and then forgot to water them one day, that would not be the case. Well, okay then. On that note, I suppose today is just going to be a day of planting and then chopping down trees, because I don't think we're gonna be in desperate need for bars. Oh, but now we need more than 24 sprinklers. All right, we can make 27. So that means I can only have 3 plots of new kale that are watered. So either I'm going to have to hand water everything, or I'm going to have to go make some more sprinklers. I think maybe I can make 1 more sprinkler based off of what I had going in the smelters the night before. This is tragic, guys. Okay, well, how many parsnips do we need to buy then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need to buy 80 parsnips if we want to replant all of those. And then whatever else we want of the kale. Well, shoot. This is very upsetting. Well, off to Pierre's we go. And we'll also check our mines area to see what bars I did smelt, and we'll get some more going on that. That is the good news about having the bus stop, is that going to and from the mines to check on things, or if you forgot something like your axe the night before, it's much quicker to do that. It's still a little bit of a waste of time, and you don't want to do that too much, but it's not the end of the world. I think it's probably better than removing my furnaces and bringing them back to the farm. I think it's better for me to just keep them in the mines. Alright, we're just gonna be planting a lot more parsnips than I was expecting. I'm still gonna buy the same amount of kale that I was planning on replacing that kale with. We're just gonna have to till more land for it. So I guess in the end, we're essentially gonna be planting more crops than I was intending. So hopefully that will help make up for some of the loss in profit that we're going to have from not all of those being kale. Well, I guess it's good that I didn't decide to use up all of my coal for making the preserves jars like I was considering last night, because otherwise we wouldn't have coal left for making the bars that we need to, for making up for the sprinklers that we don't have now. That's the silver lining, I suppose. I'm probably gonna want to make another scarecrow just in case to cover these crops, because I really don't want to lose anything to crows, so I might as well do that if we have enough coal and wood, that is, because a scarecrow does take coal. Our farm is still very much a mess, which I really hate, but priorities. Money first, beauty later. I do hope it was a bad luck day today. I tend to not look on these min-max runs because I don't want to let the luck depict what's gonna happen. I let the weather depict what's gonna happen, but not the luck. But since I'm literally doing nothing today that involves luck, I hope it was a bad one, because, man, this would be a waste of a good luck day. It might be a good idea for us to go buy some salads tonight too, because I'm running a little low, and we do go through them quite quickly. I was debating on whether or not I should spend my entire wallet on more kale seeds, and I opted against that. I'm not really sure I had any particular reason for choosing that, other than that I just didn't really feel like planting that much stuff right now. I'd like to get started on opening up our bus stop as soon as possible, as well as definitely upgrading our hoe before summer rolls around, because even though we're gonna have some plots tilled, there is a 50% chance that every piece of land will be gone, and we'll have to retill it in the summertime, unless you have something planted there. So like our strawberries are not going to go away, but the kale and parsnip spots probably will for the most part. I decided to move one of the kale sprinklers over to the newly planted kale, just so that I don't have to run as far to water crops by manual. Just so I don't have to run as far to water crops manually tomorrow. I only am short one sprinkler. I don't feel like running back to the mines today, so that's something we're gonna deal with tomorrow. Having to water one crop, or one square of crops isn't the end of the world. Sadly, nothing for us to sell today, so it's gonna be pretty uneventful, unfortunately. But we should be able to go back to the mines maybe today. Oh, I forgot we did sell that packet of 10 seeds, so at least there was something to make me not feel super sad. At least the money-making screen actually came up. I think it doesn't show up if you didn't make any money. I can't remember for sure, but it's really sad if you didn't get any skill ups and you also didn't make any money. We don't want that to happen. Ah, yes, tomorrow is the flower dance, which honestly, I'm probably just gonna skip. As this is a min-max run, I don't really care about going to that. Also, nobody's gonna want to dance with me because I have been a total introvert and not talking to anyone. And I'd rather not get turned down by people that I'm not really friends with. So from a min-max perspective, there's really no reason to go to the flower dance. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying watching this min-max run. I am really glad that you're here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, stay foxy.